56-year-old Emmanuel Damas became at least the 10th person to die inside an ICE detention facility this year. That's more than one a week. Damas was being held in a Florence, Arizona, for-profit detention center run by CoreCivic. He reportedly died from an untreated tooth infection that spread to the rest of his body. He reportedly complained to CoreCivic about the toothache. In mid-February, he was denied access to a dentist, handed an Advil, and pretty much told to be quiet. The toothache eventually turned into pneumonia and then sepsis. Damas was placed on life support and died on March 2nd. The current president and CEO of CoreCivic is the aptly named Patrick D. Swindle. Swindle is the name of the new president of CoreCivic. He assumed the role in January of this year. He previously served as chief operating officer of CoreCivic, where he reportedly earned an annual salary of roughly $3 million. Damon T. Heininger, Swindle's predecessor as CEO of CoreCivic, he left the job on December 31st, 2025. He earned $7,471,923 in total compensation for fiscal year 2024. Wait, I just noticed something. That's the new CEO of CoreCivic, Patrick D. Swindle, on the left, and on the right is the former CEO of CoreCivic, Damon T. Heininger. I notice a pattern. Male pattern baldness, to be exact. Look at them. If they close their eyes, they look like a pair of syphilitic testicles getting out of a hot tub. I guess they decided to run CoreCivic because they figured, what the hell, I'm already ashamed to show my face in public. The Department of Homeland Security, there we go. The Department of Homeland Security is in partial shutdown as Democrats hold up the 2026 funding bill over demands that ICE agents take off their masks, wear body cams, and rely on judicial, not administrative warrants to kick open doors and arrest innocent people. The House of Representatives on Thursday passed a bill that would fund the Department of Homeland Security throughout the rest of fiscal year 2026. It cleared the House with a vote of 221 to 209, but the same bill died in the Senate with only 51 voting for it. The Republicans need 60 votes to overcome a filibuster. This marks the third time the same funding bill died in the Senate. The Department of Homeland Security has been partially shut down since February 13th. Trump announced he would nominate Oklahoma Republican Senator Markwayne Mullin as Noem's replacement. Senator Markwayne Mullin is a plumber who can't stop the leaks coming out of his office. He's also a mixed martial arts fighter who compared Charlie Kirk to Martin Luther King, and he has a PhD from the London School of Economics. Which one of those statements isn't true? I made up one of those statements. London School of Economics. Mullin, as I said, is a mixed martial arts fighter. His record is 5-0. He's undefeated. And as I said, he's a plumber, but I doubt he can fix the toilet that is the Department of Homeland Security. Mullin served in the House of Representatives for 10 years before getting elected to the Senate in 2022. He is the only Native American serving in the Senate. He belongs to the Cherokee Nation. A self-described MAGA warrior, Mullin has been called by Trump as a brilliant man. Trump praised him for his MMA fighting background in nominating Mullin on Thursday. Trump added that being a professional MMA fighter gives Mullin the wisdom and courage to advance our America First agenda. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries said of the news about Kristi Noem's firing, "Good riddance," unquote. He said switching cabinet secretaries isn't enough. Jeffries said we need a bold transformational policy before he would approve funding a bill for the Department of Homeland Security. The Democratic Senate Minority Leader, Chuck Schumer, echoed Jeffries' sentiment. He reacted to news of Noem's firing by saying, quote, "The rot is deep." He called for reining in ICE and changing the entire mission of the agency. Outgoing North Carolina Republican Thom Tillis, who raked Kristi Noem over the coals on Tuesday, calling her a disappointment. Thom Tillis said he's glad to see Senator Mullin, replace Noem. Tillis said, "I can't think of anybody I'd more proudly want to support to come in and clean up her mess." He added another big positive: he likes dogs. During her testimony before the House Judiciary Committee on Tuesday, Kristi Noem took questions from Florida House Democrat Jared Moskowitz, who wore a Justice for Cricket button, referencing Cricket, the family puppy that Kristi Noem, in her memoir 2 years ago, bragged about killing. This is what North Carolina Senator Thom Tillis said on Tuesday to Kristi Noem about her killing Cricket and the goat. Quote, "You decided to kill that dog because you had not invested the appropriate time and training, and then you had the audacity to go into a book and say it's a leadership lesson. At that same lunch hour, you killed a goat." My point is, those are bad decisions made in the heat of the moment, not unlike what happened up in Minneapolis. Louisiana Republican Senator John Kennedy pretty much sealed Noem's fate on Tuesday when he grilled her on several embarrassing issues. It did not go well for Kristi Noem. And one of the things that Republican Senator John Kennedy questioned her about was her insistence that Renée Good, who was executed by an ICE agent in Minneapolis, and Alex Pretti, who was killed by border agents in Minneapolis, Senator Kennedy, a Republican, wanted to know why she kept calling them domestic terrorists when video of both shootings clearly showed the opposite. Again, Kennedy is a Republican asking these questions. Noem refused to apologize for calling Good and Pretti domestic terrorists. Several senators asked her about this. All Kristi Noem could say is, "I did not call Alex Pretti a domestic terrorist. I said it appeared to be an incident of domestic terrorism." It went on like that. And she said, I was going on information I received from ICE agents on the ground. Well, Lyons, the acting head of ICE, testified 2 weeks ago. Nobody told Kristi Noem they were domestic terrorists. We never said they were domestic terrorists.